At first glance, the .22 LR does not look impressive. It is small, light, and easy to shoot, but looks can be misleading. For over a century, this round has quietly evolved. Modern versions are faster, more refined, and more capable than ever before. The changes happening inside this tiny cartridge are bigger than most people realize. Starting with number 11, we have Aguila Super Extra. Aguila was founded in 1961 and is manufactured in Cuernavaca, Morelos, Mexico, with additional facilities noted by the company. Super Extra is sold in multiple variants, and the 40-grain copper-plated load at about 1,255 feet per second is a high-velocity offering. This cartridge uses a 40-grain lead-round nose projectile with a copper wash finish. Muzzle velocity from a rifle-length barrel measures approximately 1,255 feet per second, generating around 140 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. The Super Extra feeds reliably in both semi-automatic and bolt-action platforms. Aguila markets Super Extra as consistent and reliable ammunition designed for general shooting applications. The round nose profile promotes smooth feeding through magazine systems, while the copper wash reduces lead fouling in barrels. Aguila packages these cartridges in 50-round boxes with a reported cost per round that positions them competitively against other high-velocity options. The Super Extra line has gained acceptance among shooters who require affordable practice ammunition that maintains acceptable accuracy standards. Accuracy varies by firearm and lot, with many users reporting acceptable plinking and small game accuracy across different shooting platforms. The copper plating helps extend barrel life during extended shooting sessions. At number 10, we have Remington Golden Bullet. Remington Arms introduced the Golden Bullet as an economy-priced hollow point option for general shooting applications. The cartridge features a 36-grain-plated hollow point projectile. Remington lists Golden Bullet .22 LR as a 36-grain-plated hollow point with an advertised muzzle velocity of 1,280 feet per second from rifle barrels, producing roughly 131 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. The plating process applies a thin copper jacket over the lead core, reducing barrel fouling compared to bare lead projectiles. Remington markets the Golden Bullet in bulk packaging, typically 525 or 1,400 round boxes, targeting high-volume shooters. Manufacturers and retailers describe it as a hollow point for small game, with expansion depending heavily on impact velocity and the target medium. Feeding reliability varies depending on firearm design, with some semi-automatic pistols showing sensitivity to the specific projectile profile. The Golden Bullet maintains widespread distribution through sporting goods retailers and online suppliers. Price per round typically falls below premium offerings while delivering functional hollow point performance for its intended applications. The bulk packaging makes it popular among shooters who practice frequently. At number 9, we have Federal Game Shock. Federal is associated with the Anoka plant and traces its modern origin to 1922, when the Anoka plant was purchased and Federal cartridge was established there. Federal produces the Game Shock line specifically for small game applications. The standard Game Shock .22 LR loading uses a 38-grain copper-plated hollow point projectile. Published velocity specifications indicate 1,260 feet per second from rifle barrels, generating approximately 134 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. The hollow point cavity in the Game Shock projectile measures larger than standard target rounds, designed to promote expansion upon impact with organic targets. Federal's plating process applies copper evenly across the projectile surface, maintaining concentricity that contributes to accuracy. The cartridge demonstrates consistent performance in both semi-automatic and manual action firearms. Federal packages Game Shock ammunition in 50-round boxes with clear ballistic specifications printed on packaging. Federal markets this type of loading for small game applications where reliable function and consistent velocity matter most. Federal's quality control processes maintain lot-to-lot consistency in velocity and accuracy performance across their production runs. At number 8, we have Winchester Super X Hollow Point. Winchester Ammunition has manufactured rimfire cartridges since the late 19th century. Winchester Super X 22LR includes multiple loadings with different bullet weights and velocities. Winchester lists a 40-grain PowerPoint copper-plated load at about 1,300 feet per second, along with other Super X 22LR loads at different speeds. The Super X line represents their hunting and general use category in 22LR. Winchester's engineering balances expansion characteristics with penetration depth through controlled cavity geometry in their hollow point designs. The plating process reduces lead fouling while maintaining projectile integrity during feeding and chambering cycles. Super X ammunition feeds reliably in most 22LR firearms, including semi-automatic pistols and rifles. Winchester conducts lot acceptance testing to verify velocity consistency and accuracy standards before commercial release. Expansion varies with velocity and medium, depending on specific shooting conditions and target characteristics. Winchester packages Super X in 50-round boxes, with retail pricing positioned in the mid-range category. The variety of loadings allows shooters to select ammunition suited to their specific applications. At number 7, we have Aguila High Velocity. Aguila lists the Super Extra High Velocity 40-grain copper-plated solid point at about 1,255 feet per second and about 140 foot-pounds at the muzzle. This represents their high-velocity solid point offering in the 22LR category. The increased velocity results from optimized powder charges within standard pressure limits for 22LR specifications. The solid point design lacks a hollow cavity, maintaining projectile integrity through barriers and at extended distances. Aguila markets reliability and consistency as key features of their ammunition production. The cartridge functions reliably in semi-automatic platforms where higher velocities can improve cycling reliability in various firearms. The high-velocity line serves shooters requiring increased energy levels without transitioning to hypervelocity loads. Aguila packages these cartridges in 50-round boxes with pricing slightly above their standard offerings. The copper wash finish reduces barrel fouling compared to uncoated lead projectiles. This loading provides a balance between velocity and affordability for general shooting purposes. At number 6, we have CCI Stinger. CCI introduced the Stinger in the 1970s, and it is widely known as a flagship hypervelocity 22LR load. The Stinger uses a 32-grain copper-plated hollow point projectile. Muzzle velocity from rifle barrels reaches approximately 1,640 feet per second, generating around 191 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. This represents a significant increase over standard velocity 22LR loads. The Stinger achieves its speed using a slightly longer case than standard 22LR dimensions. CCI's hollow point design on the Stinger projectile features a deep cavity designed for rapid expansion. The combination of high velocity and hollow point design produces expansion characteristics in soft targets that vary widely with barrel length, velocity, and test medium. CCI packages Stinger ammunition in 50-round boxes. Shooters must verify that their firearms can accommodate the longer case length before use. Many firearms will chamber and fire Stingers, but some tight match chambers can be less compatible, so users should check firearm guidance before use. The trajectory benefits from the increased velocity, reducing bullet drop at extended distances compared to standard velocity ammunition. At number 5, we have CCI Mini-Mag. CCI's Mini-Mag represents one of the most widely recognized 22LR cartridges in production. Mini-Mag is one of CCI's long-running original offerings and uses a 36-grain copper-plated hollow point or 40-grain round nose projectile, depending on variant. The hollow point version generates approximately 1,260 feet per second from rifle barrels, producing around 127 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. CCI's manufacturing process for mini-mag ammunition emphasizes consistency and reliability. CCI emphasizes reliability and consistency as core features of the mini-mag line. The copper plating process applies an even coating that reduces barrel fouling and enhances feeding reliability. Mini-mag ammunition functions reliably in semi-automatic firearms, with many manufacturers recommending it specifically for break-in and function testing. The hollow point variant demonstrates expansion in ballistic testing across various test conditions. Mini-mag is commonly sold in 100-round packs, and it is also sold in other pack sizes depending on retailer and product line, providing cost efficiency for high-volume shooters. Accuracy from quality firearms demonstrates consistent performance across different shooting platforms. The Mini-Mag has maintained consistent performance specifications across decades of production. At number 4, we have CCI Velociter. CCI developed the Velociter as a premium hunting round positioned between standard velocity and hypervelocity categories. The Velociter uses a 40-grain copper-plated hollow point projectile. Muzzle velocity from rifle barrels reaches approximately 1,435 feet per second, generating around 183 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. The Velociter maintains standard 22 LR case length at 0.613 inches. The hollow point cavity on the Velociter projectile measures deeper than standard hunting loads, promoting reliable expansion. CCI's engineering achieves the increased velocity while maintaining feeding reliability in semi-automatic platforms. The copper plating extends across the entire projectile surface, reducing lead exposure and barrel fouling. Velociter ammunition demonstrates consistent accuracy from quality firearms across various shooting conditions. The increased velocity provides flatter trajectory compared to standard velocity loads. Velociter's higher velocity generally reduces drop compared to slower loads across extended distances. CCI packages Velociter in 50-round boxes. The cartridge expands reliably in ballistic testing under appropriate conditions. The Velociter serves as an excellent choice for hunters pursuing small game, where additional velocity provides advantages. At number 3, we have RWS Target Rifle. RWS is a German ammunition brand that produces match-grade ammunition for competitive shooting. RWS publishes target rifle 22 LR specs, such as 2.6 grams or 40-grain bullet and about 330 meters per second velocity. The target rifle line uses a 40-grain lead, round nose projectile. Muzzle velocity measures approximately 1,083 feet per second from rifle barrels, producing around 104 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. RWS prioritizes consistency and accuracy over velocity in this loading. The manufacturing process includes multiple quality control checkpoints to maintain dimensional consistency. RWS emphasizes quality and consistency in their match-grade production processes. The lead composition uses premium materials selected for uniformity. Case wall thickness remains consistent to maintain proper chamber fit and consistent powder combustion. Target rifle ammunition demonstrates velocity consistency that meets competitive shooting standards. Match-style 22 LR can be very accurate in the right rifle when paired with quality ammunition, like RWS Target Rifle. Competitive shooters select RWS Target Rifle for disciplines requiring maximum precision. The cartridge feeds reliably in both bolt-action and semi-automatic match rifles. RWS packages this ammunition in 50-round boxes with premium pricing reflecting the manufacturing standards and quality control processes employed. At number 2, we have Lapua Center X. Lapua, manufactured by Nammo in Finland, is widely recognized for producing premium match-grade ammunition used by competitive shooters around the world. The company has built its reputation around consistency rather than raw velocity, and Center X sits at the heart of that philosophy. This 22 LR load uses a 40-grain lead round nose projectile with a flat base design, a profile chosen for stable flight and predictable performance at typical competition distances. From rifle-length barrels, Center X delivers a muzzle velocity of approximately 1,070 feet per second, producing around 102 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. These numbers place it firmly in the subsonic category, which is intentional for precision shooting. Subsonic velocity is critical in match environments because it avoids the destabilizing effects that occur when a bullet transitions from supersonic to subsonic flight. By keeping the projectile below the speed of sound from the moment it leaves the barrel, Lapua minimizes turbulence and preserves consistency shot to shot. This is one of the reasons Center X performs so well at 50 meters and 50 yards, the most common distances in rimfire competition. Lapua markets Center X as high-consistency match ammunition designed for shooters who demand repeatable results. The manufacturing process focuses on tight dimensional control. Case dimensions are held to extremely fine tolerances, measured in 10,000ths of an inch, to ensure uniform chamber fit. This consistency plays a major role in ignition reliability and pressure stability, both of which directly affect accuracy. Lapua also sources lead from controlled suppliers to maintain uniform chemical composition across production runs. Even small variations in alloy hardness can affect how a bullet engages the rifling, so this step is critical for match ammunition. Powder selection and loading are equally important. While Lapua does not publish exact internal specifications, the company emphasizes lot consistency and controlled burn characteristics. The result is stable velocity performance that meets the demands of elite competitive shooters. Many shooters report that Center X delivers predictable point-of-impact behavior across long strings of fire, which is especially important in disciplines where even minor shifts can cost points. Accuracy performance is where Center X truly earns its reputation. When paired with quality rifles and properly matched chambers, Center X routinely produces tight groups that meet the standards of national and international competition. It is widely used in small-bore rifle events, precision rimfire matches, and club-level competitions where shooters want premium performance without stepping into the absolute top pricing tier. The cartridge feeds reliably in bolt action and semi-automatic match rifles designed for competition use, which adds to its appeal. Lapua packages Center X in 50-round boxes and includes lot numbers tied to specific production runs. This traceability is a major advantage for serious shooters. Once a competitor finds a lot that performs exceptionally well in their rifle, they can purchase additional boxes from the same lot to maintain consistency throughout a season. This practice is common among experienced shooters and highlights how Center X bridges the gap between elite performance and practical availability. Finally, at number 1 we have ELEY Tenex. ELEY was established in 1828 and is currently manufactured in Great Britain at a production and testing facility in the Birmingham area. With nearly 2 centuries of experience, ELEY has become one of the most respected names in rimfire ammunition. Tenex stands at the top of their product lineup and is regarded as one of the most premium and widely used top-tier match 22 LR loads available commercially. Tenex is designed specifically for the highest levels of competition. The cartridge uses a 40-grain lead flat-base projectile, a design optimized for stability and precision at standard competition distances. Muzzle velocity measures approximately 1,085 feet per second from rifle barrels, generating around 105 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Like Center X, Tenex is intentionally subsonic to preserve consistency and avoid aerodynamic disruption. ELEY places extraordinary emphasis on manufacturing control. The production facility maintains environmental controls that regulate temperature and humidity throughout the manufacturing process. This is critical because rimfire priming compounds, powder behavior, and lubricant characteristics can all be influenced by environmental conditions. By controlling these variables, ELEY reduces lot-to-lot variation. Each Tenex cartridge undergoes inspection using automated optical systems to verify dimensional consistency. The lead composition includes carefully controlled antimony content selected to balance hardness and malleability. This ensures consistent engraving by the rifling while minimizing deformation during handling and feeding. Case manufacturing is held to extremely tight tolerances, with wall thickness controlled to maintain uniform pressure and ignition. Powder formulation is selected for consistent burn rates across a wide range of temperatures, a key factor for shooters competing outdoors in varying conditions. Within a single production lot, Tenex typically demonstrates very low velocity variation, which contributes directly to its exceptional downrange performance. Competitive shooters value this consistency because it reduces unexplained flyers and vertical stringing. Accuracy is where Tenex has built its legendary status. When properly matched to a precision rifle, Tenex is capable of producing extraordinary results at 50 meters and beyond. ELEY conducts lot testing as part of its quality assurance process and maintains detailed traceability. Shooters can reference lot information to identify ammunition that performs best in their individual rifles, a practice that is common at elite levels of competition. Tenex has a long and well-established competition pedigree across multiple shooting disciplines. It is widely used by Olympic-level athletes, world championship competitors, and national team shooters. This reputation does not come cheaply. Tenex typically costs 10 to 15 times more per round than standard practice ammunition. For most shooters, that price only makes sense when results truly matter. Competitive shooters justify the expense because Tenex provides measurable advantages in consistency and accuracy in demanding environments where margins are razor thin. ELEY packages Tenex in 50-round boxes with clear lot identification, allowing shooters to track performance and secure additional ammunition from proven production runs. At the highest levels of rimfire competition, Tenex represents the point where manufacturing precision, consistency, and performance come together with no compromises. Performance in .22 LR ammunition comes from engineering precision and manufacturing consistency rather than raw power alone.